I just, for a period of time, I just always just like hoped every night. I was like, I just really hope I don't wake up tomorrow. Like, I just don't want to do this.
In 2016, Alex Hormozi was sleeping on a gym floor with $400 in his bank account. 5 years later, he watched $46 million land in his account before noon on a Tuesday. He didn't change how hard he worked. He changed one sentence. But before the $46 million, there was a phone call. Alex was somewhere in the middle of America, driving alone, when he told his father he wasn't coming home. He wasn't taking the medical job. He wasn't climbing the corporate ladder his father had spent a lifetime pointing him toward. He was going to open a gym. The silence on the other end lasted so long that Alex thought the call had dropped. Then his father spoke. Quietly. Precisely. "You are throwing your life away." The line went dead. What his father didn't know, what Alex didn't know yet either, was that before the $46 million, he would lose everything. Twice. By 2016, he had opened and collapsed 6 gyms. He was 26 years old and living in the children's playroom of his girlfriend's parents' house because he couldn't afford rent. His business partner had walked away with the last $45,000 in their shared account. Alex had 16-hour days behind him. He was up before dawn, last to leave, doing everything the entrepreneurship world told him to do. And he was going broke in slow motion. The specific cruelty of his situation wasn't the poverty. It was the confusion. He could not understand why effort wasn't translating into results. He was rowing as hard as any man alive, and the boat was sinking. One afternoon, sitting in a Starbucks because he couldn't afford to heat his own office, staring at numbers that never added up, something finally clicked. He wasn't in a bad business. He was in the wrong conversation. He had been selling gym memberships for $99 a month, competing with the gym down the street at $79, competing with the big box place across town charging $10. No matter how hard he worked, he was playing a game that someone with deeper pockets would always win. He was a commodity, interchangeable, comparable, replaceable. And this is the comfort trap in its most dangerous form. Not laziness, not weakness, but working incredibly hard inside a game that was designed for you to lose. The comfort trap tells you that if you just push harder, the results will come. It never asks whether you're pushing in the right direction. It lets you confuse motion with progress until you've burned years on a race you could never win. Alex finally asked the question the comfort trap had been keeping him from. What are people actually trying to buy? Not gym access, not equipment, not another monthly subscription they'd feel guilty about ignoring. They wanted to lose 20 pounds before a wedding they were dreading. They wanted to feel like themselves again after a year that had broken them down. They wanted a specific, personal result that no one else in their life had been able to deliver. Alex stopped selling memberships. He started selling a 6-week transformation, $600 up front with a guarantee attached. You see real change or you don't pay. The experts told him he was insane. His first week, he enrolled more clients than he had in the previous 3 months combined. What Alex had stumbled into was a fundamental truth about how human beings decide what something is worth. Value is not a feature. It's a feeling about the distance between where you are and where you desperately want to be. He built his offers around 4 questions. How big is the dream outcome, and how vividly can I make someone feel it? How much do they actually believe it's achievable? How fast can I get them there? And how much of the pain and effort can I absorb so they don't have to? Every time he adjusted one of those variables, the offer became harder to say no to. He wasn't just selling something. He was engineering a decision. He stopped owning gyms and started flying into struggling gyms across the country, implementing this model and splitting the revenue. He called it Gym Launch. In the first 30 days, he made more money than in the previous 3 years combined. He wasn't too expensive. He had just been selling the wrong thing. But nobody tells you what this kind of clarity costs. When Gym Launch exploded, the industry came for him. They called him aggressive. They called his marketing manipulative. Forums full of people who had never built anything lined up to dismantle everything he was doing. Alex didn't flinch, but that wasn't because it didn't hurt. It was because he had made a decision somewhere along the way that he was willing to be misunderstood. He had stepped fully out of the comfort trap, where being liked and being safe are the same thing, and crossed into territory where results matter more than approval. He put it simply, if no one is criticizing you, you're not moving fast enough. The attacks didn't slow him down. They confirmed direction. In 2021, on an ordinary Tuesday morning, Alex watched a wire transfer of $46.2 million land in his bank account. He was 31 years old. He didn't buy a yacht. He took that capital, built a family office called Acquisition.com, and began investing in other businesses, finding the ones with great products and broken offers, and fixing the conversation they were having with the world. And somewhere in the back of his mind, through all of it, the gym floor, the playroom, the Starbucks, the wire transfer, was a 2-minute phone call on a dark highway. A silence that lasted years. A father who thought his son was throwing everything away. He wasn't throwing it away. He was just refusing to let the comfort trap decide what his life was worth. Here is what Hormozi actually discovered, and you can apply it to whatever you're building right now. A business, a freelance career, a personal brand, anything you want the world to pay you for. Run the commodity test. Write down what you currently offer in one sentence. Then, search for that sentence. If 5 other people are saying the exact same thing, you are a commodity. You are being compared on price, and someone with deeper pockets will always undercut you. This is not a hustle problem. It is an offer problem. The comfort trap keeps you in the commodity race because changing the game feels risky, but staying in it is the real risk. Find the 3 a.m. thought. Ask yourself, what does my customer lie awake worrying they'll never have? Not what they want to buy from you, what they actually ache for. A body they're proud of. A business that doesn't collapse when they step away. Financial breathing room that feels real. When your offer connects directly to that 3 a.m. thought, you stop selling a product and start selling relief. Those 2 things are priced completely differently. Add the guarantee. The single change that transformed Hormozi's gym wasn't the price or the program. It was the guarantee. He removed the risk from the buyer and put it on himself. Whatever you sell, ask, what would it look like if I guaranteed the outcome? If the answer scares you, you probably don't believe in your own product enough yet. If it doesn't scare you at all, it's not bold enough. The boat matters more than how hard you row. 24 hours from now, you will have either moved closer to the life you actually want, or you will have spent another day in a race you cannot win. The comfort trap will tell you the timing isn't right, that you need more preparation, that it's too risky. It's been telling you that for years. Build the offer. Engineer the value. Stand behind the result. Stay calm. Stay aggressive. Finish the mission. Tell me in the comments, what's the commodity you've been selling? And what's the real dream your customer is actually lying awake thinking about? Write it out. Seeing it clearly is the first step to changing it.